I'm gonna highlight the 780 this time around. I managed to get this tank without a number. Was not able to get up, and I also didn't really have all the resources necessary, because yeah, this was an expensive tank. But you know, there's a lot of controversy around it, and a lot of different opinions on it. But you know, nowadays that's very common with most topics. So I like the tank. I don't regret buying it. It's gonna be a unique tank that I have, and I'm big on that. Well, as big as I can be. Anyway, without further ado, I'm rocking. Let me just run you real quick through my setup. Of course, we have extra combat rations, the large repair kit, and the large first aid kit. 2010-3 for my shell output, my shells. We have a bounty stabilizer, an innovative loading system, and a regular turbo. I might switch this out to an improved turbo, but I only have like 2 of those, and I'm not sure if it's worth it right now. I'm still kind of testing the tank. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the battle and see how it works out. Alright, so we're loading into the game. We got a serene coast. Not the most horrible map, but not really great. I usually like to play on the west side of this map with a hull down tank, because that's the meta right now. But you know, obviously, this tank is not the best tank to play from a hull down position. Even though it does have decent gun depression for a Soviet heavy tank, at least with 7 degrees of gun depression. It has 267 pen on its regular rounds and 310, I think, or 311 on its premium rounds. I decided to go on the right side of the map and maybe hold the corner there for the heavies. I should be able to get in some shots before my team loses this, or before we completely stomp the enemy team, because that's basically what WoT Tanks is in 2022. Still fun though. I'm kidding. Anyway, I'm hoping to not get shot on the left side, from the left side here as I'm moving forward. You should always try to turn your turret just in case you might pull off that miracle bounce. No, depending on your tank, I guess it's not that miracle. But I did get shot there and managed to bounce it. As I'm coming over to the flank, I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen. So the Leopard's gotten there pretty fast. He manages to put one in us, but we do manage to get another one. We all do also manage to get one in the 780 as a sort of revenge shell back. So at this point, I'm thinking my west flank should be winning it. Right now I only have one friend that is coming over to help me, which has already gotten slammed by artillery twice. My FV in the background also looks like he's gonna get shot on by the RD, and it's starting to become a little bit concerning as the other 780 that came with me here is starting to pull back. So at this point, I have a decision to make. I'm either gonna pull back with him or hold my ground and try to fight these guys off. Usually, I guess I would pull back, but I kind of wanted to test out the tank a little bit right now. And I wanted to see what you know it's capable of less than ideal situation. We managed to put one in the 780, and all I'm thinking is how many shots can I get in before these guys push over the corner and take me out and pull win this battle. I'm not seeing the Leopard poking out, so I'm not really sure what he's doing over there, but he's not really a real threat for us right now. Their 780 is getting pretty unlucky with his shots, not really managing to put one in me. Well, I already have 3 inside of him. Well, that sounded wrong, but bear with me. I'm not gonna edit this again. And yeah, they managed to put one in us as well. Our west flank seems to be doing okay for the time being, and thankfully the FV215B decides to come and help out the lonely 780, and I'm very grateful for him. I think I also I'm also gonna say thanks. He puts one into the 780, leaving him a one-shot for either of us, but at this point there's another 780 coming in, and I think they're starting to figure out that they have to do something here. We also see the 50B moving in behind us, but I really want to take this guy out, so I'm kind of risking it here for the biscuit. Let's see if we manage to get it. Come on, come on. No, it's very narrow. I can barely see his viewport from this position. We see a T-22 medium getting our flank. That's the best. That's really what I would have done as well. We really want to get in here and kind of start poking people in the back of their tanks, and they're actually doing a pretty good job, because as he comes and flanks us, these guys look like they want to come and flank over the corner. So ideally for them, the T-22 can come behind us, start shooting us, and if we turn at them, these guys can push us in. It's a done deal. Let's see what happens. The Leopard is also still there. I'm kind of panicking right now because I know I'm about to start getting shot from behind, so I decide to go and take out the T-22 medium, which is now on a one-shot. I'm not sure what she's trying to go there. I'm well aware I'm gonna get shot while I perform this maneuver, but I'm gauging that it's well worth it. And luckily for us, we actually bounced 3 shots from the Progetto 65. The Leopard pokes his head out. We managed to put one in. For some reason, he's firing HE shots at us, so he does only 30 damage. And at the same time, the 50B is finally in a position where they can punish us. And at this point, I realize that we've been static for way too long, and we really need to do something about this this flank if we're about to win it. So I dive on the 780 with half HP. He just fired, so I put one in real quick. I get hit by the RD, repair the well, I didn't repair, I just fixed the stun. I didn't go through him because I fired badly at his tracks. This tank is very tricky when firing at his tracks. He bounces too, unfortunately for us, and we managed to get him in the side of the hull armor, which is the main weak point of this tank. We managed to put one in as well because he over angles, and now he's a one-shot to finish off. Oh no, he doesn't finish off. God damn it! That was my friend. Anyway, he fired. We can finish him off. At this point, I'm expecting the Leopard to come up behind us and shoot us in the back of our tank, but he doesn't for some reason. He's still there. I'm expecting to go head-to-head to him right now as I come around the corner, but he's in fact running. He was in the same position. He didn't even think about coming here, I think. So as we're chasing him, artillery just obliterates him. There are the fires and misses. And at this, I'm just trying to move as fast as I can to get as much shots in as I can this game, which is clearly won by my team on the other flank. Kudos to them. We low roll on the enemy artillery for 465. This tank has a 530 alpha, so 465 is a really low roll, but thankfully artillery manages to finish them off. Now I'm half expecting for a tank destroyer to be here. I'm kind of also hoping so I can put one in them, because I know that I can take the hit, but they kind of ammo rack us, so if I had a little bit of bad luck, my turret could have been blown off there, right? So we did manage to put one in the grill, but I'm gonna have to wait for my teammates because I really want to resolve my hit points, and I'm thinking that that guy is likely gonna wait for me to come up and so he can shoot me again. I try to use the bush to my advantage. The grill seems to have backed away. I'm just being very careful with the rest of the tanks. I don't want to lose the health that I have left. So yeah, I'm not gonna manage to get another shot in, but we did get like 4,700 damage in and 1,700 spotting damage, which is not a bad result. Really not a bad result. I'm just gonna fast forward this to the end. Why isn't it working? It should work. It's fun. Interesting. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Let's see the battle results and how the battle went. So yeah, this was actually my first mastery on the tank. I think I had like 11 or 12 battles in the tank at this point. It's a pretty good tank. Well, it's also a new tank, so I'm pretty excited to play it. I feel like I'm playing it a little bit more cautious and I pay more attention to it because it's new and because I kind of like it. I do like the tank specifications, and I don't mind its weak points or its balancing factors as much as you know, other people do. So we managed to beat up on experience points thanks to that damage caused by our assistance and the damage blocked. The UDES had a really great game as well, 6,000 damage, getting that high caliber, 18 shots fired, 17 penetrations. Well done to you, sir. 17 direct hits, sorry, and 15 penetrations, whilst I had 14, 12, and 10. It's not too shabby, but still, you know. First ace tanker, top on experience points. I think we did like a 23,000 credits profit. It is tier 10 after all. And yeah, that was our first game. That was our first ace tanker. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and jump into another one. This one we end up on Red Shire on the south spawn, rocking the same configuration, but by this point we already played a couple of matches. We now have our first level of modified field mods, so we're a little bit more familiar with the tank and what it can do. Full tier 10 matchup again. We got a few tank destroyers, but thankfully no artillery. I always love matches where there's no enemy artillery on the field, well, or any artillery in general. As the match starts, usually I take my heavy tanks on the east side of the map at the Zeppelin. You know, that's kind of the typical playground, so to speak, but that's become very banal and boring for me. Also, this tank only has like 7 degrees of gun depression, and while you don't necessarily need gun depression on that flank, the positions that I like to play from, you kind of need the gun depression, right? So what can I do with 7 degrees of gun depression? We can go into the middle because we'll probably get spotted and, you know, we'll probably get dead really fast there, and it's going to be very stressful and hard to play. It's a really big tank. You usually go to the center of the map with a medium tank that's faster, has a little bit of armor, at least for the turret, or a light tank, which you can be elusive with. So what we're left with is the corridor on the west side of the map, aka the castle. We're gonna try and make our way there as fast as we possibly can. It looks like we have at least 2 of the heavies that are going on the classic route for the heavies. We got most of the team going up in the middle. That's a really bad sign and a big mistake. You don't really need so many tanks up there. Thankfully, we have a 780 that broke from the pack and it's coming over to help us. We have a bad chat behind us that's also coming to support this flank. And I really like this position here, because the 7 degrees of gun depression allow me to play the tank just exposing my turret, and there's always gonna be a bunch of people sitting up on their hill over there, and we do see the pattern. Can't really get a shot in them. I'm trying to wedge my tank in, but yeah, it's not happening. At the same time, I'm thinking at any point I could be seeing tanks coming from my left side over here. So yeah, this is just a little bit of a waiting game. Something is spotting us. It's probably the pattern. Somehow the cheeky bugger managed to find the sweet spot without getting spotted. Sweet spot without getting spotted. I don't know, guys. Looks like the 780 is gonna go first blood. I thought he wanted to go down the train over there. So we missed the shot over there, unfortunately. These shots usually are a little bit trickier, but thankfully this tank is very accurate, as you will see in a couple of minutes what we're able to achieve. I'm looking at the other flank and I'm thinking it doesn't look good for us. We're probably gonna lose that one, so we need to make something happen here. I don't have gun depression to hit that STB yet, and I was kind of waiting for the pattern. And unfortunately my slow reaction time costs are 780. It's his whole hit points. It seems like they're making a move on that part of the map, and our bad shot is responding, going in to assist and help them. I want to help, but I want to put one more shot, at least one more shot in the SCB to leave him off a one-shot kill. But that's not happening, and I feel like I really need to help my teammates here. So I'm coming over. I'm half expecting to get a shot here, but I don't. We don't for some reason. We managed to put one in the pattern, and I'm confident now because I didn't get shot. So I want to poke here and see if I can punish some more players. But unfortunately, we didn't re-aim that one because we were pressed by the situation. So we just fired it. It doesn't go in. You know, it happens. So I'm trying to, I want to push, I want to go around over there on the left side and start putting shots into these guys, but I'm afraid that there's going to be people behind over here that might be able to shoot me, or the people here might be able to shoot me. So I'm trying to use this little gateway to punish the pattern and the stress 103. We managed to put another shot in the pattern. We bounced another one. This tank's armor is really bad at close range, but it's so trollish in mid to long ranges because it's really hard to hit the weak points or the underbelly, or the weak points of the hull in the side. We're 1-4 at this point. I feel like we're gonna lose this battle, so I feel like I really need to have much more of an impact. I wanna pick up that STB, but I can't, so I just decide to go ahead and push over here. Let's see if we can find some friends to kill. There's the STB one. Let's see if we managed to take him out. He puts one in me, unfortunately. Probably could have reacted better there, but it is what it is. We sniped the pattern. We tried to snipe the pattern. Let's see if we managed to put it in. We don't know where that went. Probably went a little bit low. I feel like I aimed that decently enough, but thankfully we managed to get out of his line of sight before he managed to put one in, so then we bounce his shot. We actually absorb it with our tries. The score is being leveled a little bit, so I'm starting to feel a bit more confident. I go out, I want to take out the E4, but I miss out on that, and my teammate in the U-list takes him out. At this point, this is a very sticky situation to be in because you have to make, yeah, that's the leopard over there. He's the real threat because we have the hill that can protect us from the mid-side section of the map, but that leopard over there should really be punishing me for this position because I'm really exposed here, and by the time I reverse back, I can't actually reverse back. The only option I have is to get into this little dip here. But the leopard isn't looking at us, so I'm just trying to make these shots count. Let's see if we're gonna try to blind fire it. Just right around there, I guess. It's 7-6 in our favor at this point. The game feels like we can totally get this in the bag, so to speak. Oh, look at those little visual glitches. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the leopard to be spotted again so I can make my move. I just want to push down this flank, kill the leopard, assassinate whoever is here on top of the map, on top of the hill, and then move forward and, you know, take everybody out. Haven't seen the leopard in a while, so I'm just pushing. I feel like I can eat 1 or 2 shots from him while I take him out. So yeah, he puts one in us, we put one into him, he bounces his second shot, and we easily take him out, I think. Oh, he manages to shoot again and bounce. See, this tank is really not that bad. Really good armor. Now, I'm looking at 8-6, and I don't want to go all the way to the end because I feel like I'm gonna miss out. So FOMO made me drive in the middle of the fucking map. But I'm pretty confident that they already ran away and nobody's gonna have any shots on me, and I don't expect anybody else to be in this little forest here. I'm loading an HE for the FV4005. Let's see if we can manage to put that shot in. And again, this is a tricky part of the map to come from, especially when they're bundled up in that corner over there, because you're kind of exposed most of them, you know. So if they turn around and want to focus you down, that's not gonna be too difficult for them. We can see the Progetto was looking at us over there. He wants to get some shots in, but he's waiting for a more for better opportunity at my lower hull or belly. I have an HE shell loaded, so I don't really want to fire at the Progetto because I kind of want him to ignore me, so I can all in on the FV. There's the pesky pattern, which we fought basically all game. I didn't manage to take him out, unfortunately, but my teammates do secure that kill. So, I'm having enough HP here that I can play around with it, so I'm just gonna push because the FV is getting shot and I really want to land that HE. The Progetto is still kind of looking this way, but not at me directly, so I'm just gonna dive all in this FV. We managed to put 607 damage HE shell, which is kind of a low roll. We have we have 640 average damage, and I hit him for 600. Might as well have shot a regular round, right? Alas, we bounce 3 shells. No, 2 shells. Let's see if we bounce the third one. No, the third one penetrates, but we did bounce 2. We put 1 in him. He puts another 1 in us, but we, you know, we stay alive and we managed to pull 5,300 damage, 300 assistance. And yeah, we managed to turn it around. The game was looking pretty grim at some point over there. And let's check out the battle results real quick. Unfortunately, this was only a first class, so opposed to the first battle where we did like 4,700 damage, and it was an ace tanker. Because of the extra damage caused due to our assistance, we managed to get the ace tanker. So this was only a first class, but I'm happy with that. We did pull, finish up top by experience. We got the steel wall. We did bounce a few shots. 1,125 base experience, 3 kills, 5,366 damage, with an additional 355 free spotting. We fired 17 shots. We hit 12 and we penetrated 11. A really good game overall. It looks like the Forces had a decent game, but yeah, we almost lost this one. I'm really happy we managed to turn this one around. Yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you can come back. Bye bye.